Hello everyone, here is Dark and welcome back to the new part of Narcissu Side 2nd. This is the 7th or the 8th part, I can't remember. But we're gonna start fast. The last video I only did 16 minutes of content and I want to do 20 or at least 19. So without further ado, let's start. This part I already read it, so... It was just that. I felt she was somehow different from the other people I knew called helpers. That person just now was... a helper! To extend it to someone else. It seemed that I was right that she was a helper. But because there really did seem to be a different, Himeko-san explained me about the helpers here. It did seem that the helpers of the general wards were generally supposed to help people in physical sense. Depending on the hospital, it could be a job, and there also seemed to be some who look upon it as a form of part-time work. Compared to that, the 7th floor helpers... Because mental care was relatively important, if you can't think it was a part-time job, you apparently wouldn't be accepted. Well, at least for this hospital, all the 7th floor helpers should be volunteers. I see. How admirable! I was impressed. It might have been obvious, but I had heard that those who had not been informed beforehand cannot enter the 7th floor. Those people who by their own choosing volunteer for free for the sake of those patients, I plainly felt admiration, but at my reaction, Himeko-san... Indeed, admirable, she replied without conviction. Looking at it normally, you'd think you'd sense a bit of something like appreciation. And then Himeko-san's word from before, to assign to someone else. That someone else nagged at me. From just those words, one would think Himeko-san's assigned helper also existed somewhere, but so far I have never seen anyone like that. Himeko-san's assigned helper is... There isn't one. Isn't one? Why? Because I don't need one. Apparently, that was the only answer she gave. I didn't really understand, but maybe the 7th floor helper could be refused if the painting said so. Certainly, Himeko-san, when compared to the other people of the 7th floor, could walk normally and, because she was young, was lively, but... Come to think, since I've come here, I've not seen any family members come to visit. But that's because now you come. Eh? It's as if she saw what I was thinking and replied. Thanks. That leaves 3... Leave 3? Yeah, no. Yeah, I wanted a friend from a different age group. You know, isn't it common? The 10 things you want to do before dying? And she likely used the word dying. That might also be because she's of the 7th floor, but to have that word said in a cheery voice suddenly was jarring. However, the 10 things one wants to do before dying. What they were, I didn't know. How much time Himeko-san had left, I also didn't know. Looking at it in the other way, I could say there were 3 things remaining. Well, it's like that, Satsumi. If the Bible is correct, seems like the world was created in 7 days. And so... Even with the time I have left, don't you think most of them are possible? That doesn't make a good example. Well, don't say things like that. There are 3 things left, so if you don't mind, come along with me. It looks like we've become friends, the 2 of us. Upon the first week of meeting, I've been asked to go along with the 3 remaining things to do before dying. Himeko-san's word, I didn't know how serious she was, but it seems that I should probably be coming to this place often. As the sun slowly sank and the sky stained orange, I left the hospital. Today, I might have been at the hospital too long. As I was thinking that, my eyes landed on the schoolyard. Again, there were children running around happily. Even the metal bar I did the somersault on before had plenty of patrons today. Summer vacation, dusk, the voices of the higurashi, sweetie playing children. Each and everything were the everyday parts built up the scene of a common summer day. There was nothing out of place. No one who made a strange face like mine from a single somersault. Onesa, is that wrong? As I continued to stand guessing, one child that was playing spoke to me. Do you want to play with the bar? Not particularly. It's nothing. With just that answer, I turned on my heel. Sorry for that. Looking up, the sky already darkening, I hurried along the road home. I'm home. Welcome home. The preparations for them are about to be done. Looking at the clock, it was already about 7. Today, Mother had come home first. And together with Mother, we began our usual early dinner. Speaking of which, today you were quite late. I went to the hospital a bit. Oh, today was your examination day? That's not it, but I worried how to answer. How should I talk about Himeko-san? Being an acquaintance seems safe, but after thinking a bit, I decided to answer like Himeko-san said. I went to a friend's place. A friend? Mother repeated my words back to me. She also had surprised, unbelieving sort of expression. However, Mother having that kind of reaction was probably unavoidable. For the word friend to come out of my mouth was itself rare, while at the very least, in these past few years it probably had been impossible. I see, that's wonderful, Tsutsumi. Making a friend. At this time, she happily continued speaking. To that happy mother, I spoke about the events that happened up until now. That she was very kind on Essen. That lately I've been going to play every day. That often I was taken to go eat ice cream. My, it sounds like a very kind on Essen. It's not like I was lying, but I wasn't able to say that she was a resident at the 7th floor. Why I thought that? I didn't know the exact reason. Being on the 7th floor wasn't Himeko-san's fault. It was no one's fault. I knew that. Because I was in a similar position, because at some point the people I knew disappeared, I knew even more so. It was probably the feeling of not wanting to worry her. I'm sure that mother would imagine it was another normal patient, or perhaps a nurse. But to deny that didn't seem like something I could do. I know, then starting tomorrow, why did I make lunch for you? Eh? Even this distance, it might be a pain to come back, right? Mother completely being happy. Lately, my health had been good, and probably hearing that I had made a friend made her extra happy. I wouldn't say it loud, but the thing had been since the 6th grade trip. She had always put effort into making lunch for me. Leave it to me. I will make a feast. In front of such a happy mother, I could say nothing. As always, all I could do was quietly eat the fries. So I'm gonna try to do this half of the chapter and probably half the other. Let's see. I hope I could. My voice. The cicadas screeched loudly. Hot. Even though it was still morning, it already felt like midday. Today also like it would be a hot day. In that, walking the 3-minute distance again, headed towards the hospital. In my hands, the usual tote bag with a pattern of yellow sunflowers on white. Nothing in particular had changed from yesterday. It was just another summer day. Why so much silence? I don't know. What differed was hiding inside the tote bag the lunch that mother had made for me. Hey, Satsumi! Getting from far away, I turned toward a familiar voice. What's going on? Being a place like this? I've been waiting. I wanted you to help me a bit. With just words, Himeko-san quickly started walking. Just where she was going, wherever it wasn't the main entrance, but the rear. While not knowing what was happening, I followed along. Okay, here we are. The place that would come was the hospital courtyard. Around the small fountain was a garden with many flower beds. While I had been hospitalized, it had been a place I came to numerous times. Is something going on here? Yeah, look over there. What Himeko-san was pointing at was the corner of a flower bed, roughly 3 meters square. It was just that even though there was grass and flowers blooming around it, that patch alone had nothing growing in it. And so, ta-da! What's that? Bulbs! Bulbs! I was thinking we'd plant them here now. Probably Himeko-san took out a bulb from a plastic bag in her hand and showed it to me. Continuing then up, there seemed to be around 100? Sure, the 2 people were planting about an hour, but I was worried about something else. Is it okay to just go ahead and plant them? Well, this bag is for winter use after all. What I'm asking about is the just go ahead part. It's fine! Isn't it when you had in trouble? That really didn't feel like much of an explanation, but winter use probably meant that it was for flowers that bloom in the winter. And I understood that for that reason. Now was time to plant them. But even then, I didn't see how that was connected with planting in the hospital flowers bed without permission. Or were the people of the 7th floor permitted this much freedom? Okay, why don't we start? dig until 10 centimeters and then plant it, alright? Once she said that, she handed the bag of bulbs and a small gardening trowel over. Recently, my health had been fine, so this wasn't a problem. But I wondered if it was alright for Himeko-san to work under this blazing sky. I couldn't help but worry about that, but Himeko-san herself was planting with amazing vigor. Dig, dig, dig. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig. Maybe gardening was a hobby? One might believe that, since her hand moved unnaturally well. Yeah, just lightly covered it with dirt like that. Once in a while, I was watching and imitated her. She would give instructions. Say, what flowers are these? Daffodils. You know them? The name at least. And so, I could only remember they were white flowers. Having only seen blooming on TV or in a book, this was the first time I had a bulb like this. You know, it's quite surprising for them to be around this season. Really? Yeah, normally it'll be around the end of summer. And then Himeko-san told me bursting that the scientific name was Narcissus, from the family Amaryllidaceae. How you could grow them from seeds, but since they take a few years to bloom, bulbs are planted instead. How in the deep of winter, when the flowers' bed were a lonely place, their single product blooming form was impressive and beautiful. So, gardening really is your hobby? It's not really a hobby or anything. Then why do you know so much? Because I had to say, it was part of the job, I guess. A gardener, a florist, but before she had said she liked a car. I didn't really understand. I still really didn't know much about Himeko-san. Well, either way, when this blooms, I won't be around. And I was cheerfully talking about things that make you stop short. What I knew was that she was a resident of the 7th floor, and that the rest of her time was within sight. And paying to that no heed, she does these things and was a person who could be called carefree. Okay, thing is more or less done. It's about time we go up there from. And this is where I end the video. I think we cover the next part. I come half of this and half of the other. So I hope you like it. I really love to do this series and I hope to finish them before October or November or even September. I mean, I'm gonna put 100% best and probably in September gonna be done because I still upload this twice a week. So I hope you like it and thank you for watching until the end. Goodbye.